Okay, and here's your jumpers run from Sunday. I like how you collect yourself and you take a deep breath. It's awesome. And look, there's no tunnel at the end of the weave poles. Oh, she tried at least. She didn't just like run right past them. Good. That was good. Oh, bummer. That was your line. Created that. Good. Okay. You're using a variety of crosses, and that's awesome, because a lot of people get stuck and they just use like all front crosses or all rear crosses or, you know, whatever they're comfortable with. But you use a variety, and that's good because most courses have a variety. I can't see where the edge of the ring is, but if you could have set her back farther, I would have. And I have an exercise to have you do that you can work on that might help her with this. I don't know if you'll be able to do it in your house or not, but I'll try to remember when I see you at class to tell you what it is. It's just a simple one jump thing that might help her. She looks a little deflated when she comes back to have to do the weaves, but that's okay because she recovers. That was good. So you do the rear really nice. You do it like pretty much in between these two jumps, and that's perfect. And she reads it, and it's wonderful. But I just want to, well, I'll play it again, but you put her in the tunnel, and then you're pretty much waiting for her to come out of the tunnel so that you're not ahead of her to do the rear, which is awesome that you do that, and you knew to do that. But you could have easily done a blind cross in there too. You could have, while she's in the tunnel, you could have raced up here and done a blind. And it might have helped you over here where you try to do the front cross and you get a bar. So the rear cross was pretty and it was good. But you could have also maybe tried to do a blind. And I don't know if when you're walking it, if you can sort of sense that or not, that maybe you're going to have to be holding up. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It takes some experience to be able to, when you're walking the course, to sort of feel what you think is going to happen there. And maybe sometimes in a situation like this, you might think, well, I'd like to do a blind, but I don't know if I'll be there in time. And so then you decide to go with the rear. But you should keep the blind like in the back of your head so that if you get there and she's in the tunnel and you're like, geez, I'm still waiting for her, you could have, you could have raced ahead and done the blind. Because you slow down, you're like, now you almost stopped right there. So, and then you race over to do this front cross, and it's a little late, and it's late just because you did the rear a few jumps before, so you were just, it was harder for you to get over there. You get it done, actually. I mean, it's not super late, it's a little late, and she keeps the bar up, and she's turning, she knows where she's going, but now you're sort of stuck behind the wing, and it's because you do this thing where you wait, you're waiting, and you don't really start moving until she's landed, and you can see that she really is coming your way. So if you do the cross and you see that she's turning towards you like this, you should just look up and go in the new direction. And then you could have corrected your path. See how you're behind the wing and you wow out? But you could have done that when she was still back here if you didn't wait for her to land until you started moving again. Does that make sense? So you pulled her off that because your path. I'm sure you can see that. And then you just don't go deep enough into this one. You know, because you're starting her at this pink one from a stop, she's not going to take it with a lot of extension, right? So she's just going to kind of do exactly what she did. And then you didn't go in here very far to help her get over it. And I think you do a rear here, so there's no reason for you to not just go all the way into this jump. I mean, if you're gonna do a rear in a place like that, it's better for you to kind of go deeper in towards the jump so that you don't, to make sure you don't get ahead of the dog and you don't decelerate or almost come to a stop, kind of like earlier in this run when you were waiting for her to come out of the tunnel. But that's a nice rear too. It's really nice. It's like right in the middle of the jumps. Your motion, your line is nice. And you did it, you're cutting behind her before she's taking off, the stride before she takes off, so she knows, she lands knowing that she's turning. So it was a nice rear. I don't know why she knocked that. Your arm kind of flew up. I mean, you're kind of running, but then your arm kind of flies up. See, it kind of comes down and then it goes up. Could have been it. Okay, not bad, Karen.